Hello everyone. Today I'm here to talk to you about one of the other new functions that have been introduced by Google on Google Sheets. And this one is actually one of the master ones. In my previous video, I've explained to you about how to use the lambda function and some other functions that you can use with it, for example, by row. If you want to visit those videos, I'll link to this one. But specifically for map function, we are talking about some things that we can do using them. Uh, in order to do that, let's go ahead and understand how this map function works and what are the functions where you can use map functions. So to start, let's go ahead and understand what map function will be doing for us. Map function basically allows, this is my understanding, that map function allows you to take one, more than one, or more than two, three, four, as many arrays as you want, and let them interact with each other in a specific way. So if you have like one array or two array or three array or as many arrays, and you want them to interact with each other with some calculations, you could easily do that with a map function. So example, there's one array A, for example, and the second one is B, and then you want to add the two. You will be able to do the whole array mapping by adding the two with one single formula, and many other things. It's a very, very vast function that allows you to do lots of things. So let's just go ahead and understand in a very simple way how you can start using this map function, and with more use cases that come to you, you could try and test it out yourself. So let's go ahead and do that. Regarding data, let's just go ahead and use the data, the all purpose shop stock number and price. I've added a cost column here for us to be able to understand how we could use that with map function. And as you understand, that map function will require us to use lambda. So I'll add the lambda video if you haven't seen one. And for this map function to work, you should know how to use lambda to its best use. So how this breaks down is we put down the formula as is equal to map, and then mention the first array that you want to calculate and the second array, and you can keep adding as many arrays as you want as long as you are going to define it as one variable. So after doing that, it follows with the lambda function, and in lambda function you define the array and it's the variable you have assigned to it. So if there is like an array, whatever you want to call it, you want to call it X, you want to call it Y, you want to call it ABC, PP, whatever, and just make sure that it is using the respective array of values. So however you want that variable to work in the calculation, you can make it work. So map array 1, array 2, or more than that, then put lambda, and then you put the first name of the variable, second name of the variable, and then the actual calculation. Let's see it in practice with some of the data that we have here. I have the ID, product name, category, price, and cost. And today, just to explain to you in a very, very simple way, I will tell you how much profits we are making by subtracting the cost from the prices. And it's a very simple calculation, but as long as it gets the job done, I think it should be fine. So what we're going to do here is we are going to do a map function and make sure that we have to apply it once and the whole column gets filled up with the whole calculation. So what we're going to do here is we're going to select equal to map, and we are going to mention what our first array is. Let's say our first array is D4 to D19, and the second array over here. And then since we have two ones, so like let's just follow it by a lambda, and let's call our first array the price. So let's just call it P, and the second one, let's just call it C. This follows by the calculation that we want to make, and the function would be called P minus C. And we close this lambda function, close the map function as well, and let's see if it will work. No, it doesn't. because we forgot to name it properly. 1 second. I hope it will work. 1 second. Oh, there you go. So just in case you don't have to repeat my mistakes, just make sure that you're naming the function properly, and that's why this function was not working, but now it works. And this is as simple as that. You didn't have to do anything around it, or you don't have to calculate it for every single thing. Now another function of map is that you could take the whole fields or a whole range of values where you the map function allows you to check through every single cell of every single array, and this is what we are going to try here. We are going to check the values across price and cost and understand if there is anything greater than $4, and it will check through every single cell and tell us whether this value is greater than 4 or not. And we will do all of this with single formula. So another use case that we will use is we do a map function, select the entire array this time, okay, and that means that we have only one array. Let's call it just an x value, and the function we are going to use if x is less than or greater than 4, then true, otherwise false. Let's see if this works. No, it doesn't. Something must be wrong. And as you see, I have not applied the b that is supposed to go there. Respectfully, lambda is entered here, and there you go. You just had to put one formula and it goes through every single cell and it goes and checks whether this value is more than 4 or not. So it just maps the whole table it saw somewhere else and gives you the accurate value. So if you like this and if you will be able to use this map function, please do. It's a very powerful tool and can really solve complex calculations for you in seconds, as long as you know what to calculate and how to calculate the areas that you want to do. It's all yours. So thank you, and please hit like and share this video if you feel like this is good for you. Thank you so much, and see you again. Bye.